The story of Dutch silver is a story of fighting back, of a country making its own way during wartime. To understand it, we need to think back to the late 1500s, a time of big changes. The Dutch areas were in a tough fight for freedom from the powerful Spanish Empire. It was in this time of trouble, in 1575, that the first important Dutch silver coin was made. This was the Rijksdaalder, or the Lion Dollar. It wasn't just money, it was a strong message, a statement of being in charge, made in shiny silver, a symbol of people who wanted to decide their own future, free from other countries. The Lion Dollar was a big, heavy piece of silver, weighing about 27.68 grams. Its design was made to be different from the Spanish money used at the time. On one side, it had a knight, standing tall with a shield that had a lion on it, the symbol of the Dutch Republic. This was the lion that gave the coin its name. On the other side, the coin showed a bigger, standing lion, a bold and almost wild symbol of strength and bravery. This was a coin made for tough times, money made to pay an army, and show a new political situation in the middle of Europe. Along with the Lion Dollar, another important coin appeared, the Rijksdaalder, or state dollar. First made by the rebellious areas to copy the popular German thalers, it was a bit heavier and had more pure silver than the Lion Dollar. The state dollar was mostly for buying and selling things inside the country, a reliable and valuable coin that could make the local economy stable. Its design often showed the head and shoulders of an important person in armor, like William of Orange, the leader of the Dutch revolt. It was a coin that spoke of order, of good government, and of a future built on strong foundations, even as the war for freedom continued. These two coins, the Lion Dollar and the state dollar, were the two main parts of the early Dutch money system. They showed the two sides of the young republic, the outward-looking brave spirit of the Lion Dollar and the inward-focused steady hand of the state dollar. One was made to travel the world and pay for trade, while the other was meant to build a country at home. Both were made from silver dug up far away, which shows how much the Dutch wanted to grow. They were more than just money. They were the very idea of a new country's hopes, made in silver and sent out into the world. The Lion Dollar was not meant to stay at home. From the moment it was made, it was a coin born to travel. Its main job was to pay for trade with other countries, especially in the Levant, the lands in the eastern Mediterranean Sea. Traders in the Ottoman Empire were careful about many European monies, but they trusted silver. The Lion Dollar, with its steady weight and easy-to-spot design, quickly became a favorite way to exchange goods. It was like a business card for Dutch traders, a piece of the Netherlands you could hold, trust, and trade for spices, silks, and other special goods that were so wanted back in Europe. The coin's journey didn't stop in the Middle East. It spread quickly through the paths of global trade. Dutch ships, the main workers of the 1600s world, carried boxes full of these silver lions to ports all over Asia, Africa, and the Americas. In the New World, the Lion Dollar became very common. The English colonies in North America, always short of official British money, gladly used it. In places like New York, which started as the Dutch town of New Amsterdam, the Lion Dollar was often seen. Its impact was so big that it's thought to be one of the ancestors of the modern American dollar. You can almost feel the history in these coins. Imagine one going from the hand of a Dutch trader to a merchant in Istanbul, then traveling in a group of traders to Persia, or being used by a settler in Maryland to buy land. The very word dollar is thought to come from dalder. Even in Britain and its colonies like Canada, the coin was known and accepted. It was truly an international money, showing the huge economic power and sea strength of the small Dutch Republic. This wasn't just trade, it was showing power, carried on the silver shine of a lion. So when we look at a Lion Dollar today, we are not just seeing an old piece of money. We are looking at a ticket to a forgotten world of global business. It shows a time when Dutch sailors and traders ruled the seas, when their silver coins could be found in the busy markets of Aleppo, the new towns of colonial America, and the far-off trading posts of the East Indies. Each scratch and mark on its surface tells a story of a long and hard journey, a silent witness to the start of a truly global economy, all powered by the roar of a silver lion. As the 1600s went on, the Dutch Republic entered its golden age. This was a time of amazing wealth, beautiful art, and new discoveries in science. The country's trade routes grew even more, and with this success came a need for even stronger and more varied types of money. While the lion dollar was great for the busy foreign trade, merchants involved in the profitable East India trade needed something bigger, something with more real value. This need led to a new giant of Dutch silver, the ducaten, also known as the silver rider. First made in 1659, the ducaten was a grand coin. It was heavier than the state dollar, with over 32 grams of silver, making it one of the largest silver coins used in Europe. Its design was just as impressive. On one side, it showed a lively picture of a knight on horseback, sword raised, riding over a shield with the local area's symbol. This powerful image gave the coin its Silver Rider nickname. It was a symbol of Dutch strength and fighting skill, a coin that earned respect everywhere it went. The ducaton quickly became the favorite coin for trade with the East Indies, where its high silver content was highly valued. The 1600s and 1700s also saw improvements to the coins that already existed. The state dollar continued to be made, but its design changed, showing the shifting political situation. The different areas of the Dutch Republic, Holland, Zeeland, Utrecht, and others, each made their own versions of these coins. While they followed a general rule, there were small differences in the symbols and mint marks. For someone who studies coins, these differences tell an interesting story of local identity and pride within the larger group of areas that made up the Republic. It's a reminder that the Netherlands was not just one big thing, but a group of proud and distinct areas. This time was the peak of Dutch silver. The coins were not just tools for money, they were representatives of Dutch culture and power. They were known for their good quality and trustworthiness. In a world where many rulers would make their coins less valuable by mixing in cheaper metals, Dutch silver was a standard for honesty. This good name was carefully protected, as it was the base of their trading empire. From the silver rider paying for spices in Batavia to the state dollar being used in a market in Amsterdam, these coins were the lifeblood of the Dutch Golden Age, a real link between a small European country and its huge global reach. The start of the 1800s brought big changes to the Netherlands. The old Dutch Republic, with its mix of partly independent areas, was swept away by the wars of Napoleon. In its place, a new central country appeared. The Kingdom of the Netherlands started in 1815. This new political situation needed a new money system. The old way of each area making its own coins was not efficient and confusing. A modern United Kingdom needed one united type of money. This set the stage for one of the most important changes in Dutch money history. The first big step was the money law of 1816. This was a complete makeover, made to bring order to the mess. The government decided to switch to a decimal system, an idea that was becoming popular across Europe. Instead of the complicated and old system of guilders, stivers, and penningen, the new system would be based on one unit, the guilder, divided into 100 cents. This was a huge job. It meant taking all the old, different silver coins out of use and replacing them with new, standard national coins. It was the end of an era for the local coins that had served the Republic for over 200 years. The change was not just about making things simpler, it was about creating a national identity. The new coins would no longer show local symbols or the signs of the old Republic. Instead, they would have the picture of the new king, King Willem I. This was a strong symbol of the new central power of the country. The coins were to be the same in weight, size, and design, made only by one national mint, the Royal Dutch Mint in Utrecht. This move was about more than just money. It was about building a shared feeling of being one nation, one coin at a time. This time of change was hard. It took years to fully put the new system in place and get rid of the old silver coins that people had trusted for generations. The state dollar, the ducaten, and similar coins were slowly taken out, melted down, and made into the new guilders and their smaller parts. For the people of the Netherlands, it was a clear sign that their world had changed forever. The familiar silver faces of knights and lions were replaced by the side view of a king. The money landscape was being redrawn to match the new political map of a united Dutch kingdom. With the money changes of 1816, the silver guilder became the main part of the Dutch economy. This new coin was truly a product of its time, logical, standard, and national. It was set to contain 9.45 grams of fine silver, a very exact amount that gave a stable base for business. The guilder, with its smaller parts of cents, dimes, meaning 10 cents, and kwartjes, or 25 cents, brought a new level of clearness to money dealings. Traders no longer needed to figure out complicated exchange rates between coins from different areas. The guilder was the guilder, whether you were in Amsterdam, Maastricht, or Groningen. Along with the 1 guilder coin, the changes also brought in larger silver coins that reminded people of the past. A new state dollar was made, but this time it wasn't a separate money unit. Instead, it was simply a large silver coin worth 2.5 guilders. This was a smart way to keep a familiar and popular coin size while fully making it part of the new decimal system. The coin showed the king's picture on one side and the crown Dutch symbol on the other, making the new national identity stronger. The old name was kept, but its meaning had been changed to fit the modern time. Making these new silver coins was amazing for 1800s industrial technology. The Royal Dutch Mint in Utrecht used steam-powered machines that could make coins with a precision and speed impossible in the days of the lion dollar. Every coin was exactly the same, showing the new age of making things in large numbers. This sameness was very important for building public trust in the new money. People could be sure that a guilder made in 1820 was exactly the same as one made in 1840. This reliability helped to make the guilder the stable heart of the Dutch money system for the next century and beyond. The silver guilder and its family of coins served the Netherlands well throughout the 1800s and into the 1900s. They paid for factories, growing the country's reach and the growth of the modern system of helping people. They saw the country through peaceful and good times as well as times of trouble. The pictures on the coins changed as new kings and queens took the throne, from Willem I to Willem II, Willem III, and finally Queen Wilhelmina. But the silver guilder itself stayed the same, a familiar and trusted thing in the pockets and purses of the Dutch people. It was the strong, reliable money of a modern European country. The 1900s was a wild time for the world, and for its money. The time of coins made from valuable metal was ending. The first big shock came with the start of World War I. Even though the Netherlands stayed neutral, the money problems across Europe had a big effect. The price of silver in the world market started to jump around a lot. For the first time, the value of the silver metal in a coin was in danger of becoming worth more than the number printed on it. This created a risk that people would hide or melt down coins, ruining the money system. The government reacted by slowly putting less silver in its coins. The process was slow at first, almost hard to notice. The silver guilders, state dollars, and dimes made in the 1920s had less pure silver than the ones from the 1800s. This was a smart choice, a way to keep coins in use while saving on the use of valuable metal. Then came World War II and the German occupation. During this dark time, silver coins disappeared completely, replaced by rough zinc coins made by the occupying forces. silver was a key material, far too valuable to be used for money. After the war, silver briefly came back. The Netherlands, rebuilding from the damage, made new silver guilders and state dollars with the picture of Queen Juliana. However, these were to be the last of their kind. The world after the war was different. The Bretton Woods Agreement had set up a new international money system tied to the US dollar, which was itself tied to gold. Silver's role in money was getting smaller globally. By the 1960s, the price of silver had gone up so much that it was no longer smart to use it for coins at all. The final step came in 1967. The Netherlands, like most other countries around the world, stopped making silver coins for everyday use. The guilder and its smaller parts were now made from nickel. The silver coin, which had been the foundation of Dutch money for nearly 400 years, had become something from the past. The coins in people's pockets were now just symbolic tokens, their value promised by the country, not by the metal they contained. The long and interesting journey of Dutch silver, from the defiant lion dollar to the reliable Juliana guilder, had finally ended, making way for the ultimate symbolic money, the euro, brought in 2002. For the collector, the world of Dutch silver coins is a huge and rewarding area to look into. It's a field full of history, art, and interesting details. One of the first things a collector needs to know is how much variety there is. Before the country became united in the 1800s, each area made its own coins. A state dollar from Holland will have a different symbol than one from Zeeland or West Friesland. Learning to tell these local mints apart by their symbols and writings is a key part of the challenge and the fun. It's like learning to read a secret language carved in silver. Another important point for collectors is how the silver content changed over the centuries. A 1600s ducaten is a heavy piece of very pure silver, while a 1900s guilder from the 1960s has much less silver. This directly affects how much the coin is worth and how much people want to collect it. Collectors often look for the older, bigger, and purer silver coins like the Lion Dollar and the Silver Rider. However, even the later coins with less pure silver can be interesting, as they tell the story of money problems and the slow end of silver as a money metal. Important dates to look for are those around the big money changes and a coin's last year of being made. The global impact of these coins adds another layer of interest. A Dutch Lion Dollar found in an old digging site in Maryland, USA, tells a completely different story than one found in a hidden collection in the Netherlands. These trade coins often show more wear and tear, and sometimes have chop marks, small stamps put on by traders in Asia to check if the coin was real. These marks, which might seem like damage on a regular coin, are highly valued by special collectors because they show real proof of the coin's journey through the world's trade routes. They are like the battle scars of a life spent in business. Finally, collectors should pay attention to how good the coins look and how rare they are. Like with any collectible, a coin in perfect unused condition is worth much more than one that is very worn. Some dates or local issues are much rarer than others because fewer were made or because of historical events that led to most of them being melted down. Research is key. Books, online lists, and collector groups are very helpful for understanding how rare and valuable a certain piece is. The search for Dutch silver is a journey into the money core of a great trading country, with each coin a silver key to a different part of its story. The lasting impact of Dutch silver coins goes far beyond the borders of the Netherlands. Their influence is built into the very fabric of global money history. The Lion Dollar, as we've seen, was a direct early version of the American dollar. When settlers in North America talked about dollars, they were often talking about these Lion Dollars, or Spanish dollars, which were about the same size. The name stuck, and so, a coin made to pay for a war against Spain ended up giving its name to the money of the world's future superpower. It is a strong reminder of how connected the world was, even centuries ago. The reputation for good quality that Dutch coins created was another lasting part of their impact. In a time of uncertainty, Dutch silver was known for being reliable. This trust was the hidden oil that made international trade run smoothly.
It allowed Dutch traders to do business with confidence in far-off markets and helped make Amsterdam the money capital of the 1600s world. This legacy of honest and reliable money is something that modern Dutch financial groups still use. The idea of strong, trustworthy Dutch finance was born in the silver of the Golden Age. The coins themselves act as tiny history books. The change in design from the defiant lion of the Republic to the pictures of the kings and queens of the kingdom tells a clear story of political change. The slow reduction in silver content in the 1900s shows the decline of valuable metal standards and the rise of modern money that gets its value from government trust. For historians, these coins are not just old money items. They are real proof of political ideas, new technologies, and changing global power. A full collection of Dutch silver is a timeline of the country's history that you can hold in your hands. Even today, the designs of these old coins continue to matter. The Royal Dutch Mint sometimes makes special commemorative coins that often show modern versions of the classic designs, like the Silver Rider or the Lion Dollar. These coins are very popular with collectors, tapping into a deep feeling of national pride and looking back at history. It shows that even in our digital age, the power and beauty of a well-made silver coin still have the ability to catch people's interest. The silver may be gone from everyday use, but its echo in the country's history remains as strong as ever.
Our journey through the history of Dutch silver coins is a journey through the history of the Netherlands itself. It starts in 1575 with an act of rebellion, the making of the Lion Dollar, a coin that was both a weapon of war and a statement of freedom. This silver lion traveled the world, a symbol of the bravery and ambition of a small country that would soon build a global trading empire. It stands as proof of a time when a coin's value was not just in what it could buy, but in the political message it sent. We've walked through the Golden Age, where the powerful ducaten, the Silver Rider, paid for the very profitable trade with the East Indies. We saw how the state dollar brought stability at home, and how the sheer quality and honesty of Dutch silver made it the trusted money of its time. This was the era when Dutch coins were commonly seen from the shores of America to the markets of Asia, the silver backbone of the world's first truly global company, the Dutch East India Company. These coins tell a story of huge wealth and confidence. Then came the big change of the 1800s. The old republic was gone, replaced by a modern kingdom. The local coins, with all their differences, gave way to the united decimal system based on the silver guilder. This was the money of industrial growth and a new kind of country, its design showing central power and national unity under a king or queen. This system, started in 1816, would prove to be very strong, serving the country for over 150 years until the very nature of money began to change. Finally, we saw the slow disappearance of silver in the 1900s, a process caused by world wars and changing money situations, ending with its final replacement by nickel in 1967 and the eventual use of the euro in 2002. Today, these silver coins are no longer money. They are old objects. They are beautiful things for collectors, windows into the past for historians, and symbols of a proud national heritage. From the Lion Dollar to the last silver guilder, they show the rise, success, and transformation of a country, a story of 400 years told in silver.